All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. We're going to going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTR all for a Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking anywhere, somewhere on our ad, aka they're not simply scrolling on by. And we care about women clicking somewhere on our ad because that means our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that because when our ad enters their brain, that is the only time their chance of buying from us is non-zero. So we got to get this unique CTRL number up as high as possible, but under 6% is the most common thing I'm seeing, and it's a massive, massive problem. So even though it's the most common thing I'm seeing, and then that boudoir photographers have in their Facebook ads backend dashboard, it is not normal. It is the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes. So 3 pre-click mistakes causes BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, we also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe, taking shape here. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. And nobody else has this treatment. You can only get it here. And because we invented it. In Boudoir Pico, we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, whether it's on or off. We treat the duplicated ads. We leave the original one alone. Treat it. Takes about a week. At the end of the week, we keep whichever one rolling as the better metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we now have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. And this is basically, we got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So we got our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine, easy enough. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, in my residency, I went out and found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there in the wild. And first one I tested, the unique CTRL was 4.3%. So we know that's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated that, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better. So instead of like 4 out of 100 women clicking somewhere in the ad, we got it up to approximately 7 out of 100 women. So we actually found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of its ad spend. So instead of spending 10 grand a month on their Boudoir Facebook ads, $3,700 a month, every single month was being wasted. So what we can do is we can eliminate that waste by using the Boudoir Pico treated ad and spend the difference instead and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So Boudoir Pico at, what would this be, $6,300 a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So that's where the massive gains come from. Now, the second part of my residency, when I found another one in the wild, Boudoir Facebook ad, brought it back to the hospital. Unique CTRL 1.39%. Okay, that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. Duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So that's insanely good. We found out the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, literally $8,400 a month being wasted, thrown out the window. So what we can do now with this Boudoir Pico treated ad is eliminate that wasted ad spend, only spend the difference, $1,600 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and we'll get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month spend. So massive gains there, and we pocket that 8,400 buck, or the business owner pockets that as kind of like an invisible phantom bonus, phantom profit, because it's not being wasted. It's literally, something like 100 grand in kind of bonus profit in the next 12 months. Now, I finally had a patient saw his unique CTR of his Facebook ad is 5.03%. So again, I knew the BLCS was present. So I went in Trio Boudoir Pico, well, duplicated Trio Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got his unique CTR up to 15.35%. So I found out he was wasting 67%, or at least the original Boudoir Facebook ad wasting 67% of ad spend. So the original Boudoir Facebook ad had 10 grand a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brands as the Boudoir Pico treated ad, spending only 3,300 bucks a month. So that whole difference, we're pocketing that difference as a bonus profit, or the business owner is, the boudoir photographer is, 6,700 bucks a month in bonus profit by simply not spending that money. I would say, 80 grand bonus in the next 12 months. So insanely good without even needed to service any clients. So from these numbers, from what I've seen, the average boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%, so it's wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. It's after 12 months. So now we're here. So let's see what we got. So already seeing, so we're going to look for, diagnose, yes or no, does it have BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome or not? So do I believe its unique CTRL is under 6% or not? Under 6%, yes or no? So we got the below creative cluster mistake here. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe that the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we're actually following what Facebook has told us to do. And following what Facebook has told us to do is literally the number one worst thing for us to do, because it causes way, way, way more women to scroll by our boudoir Facebook ads than necessary. Bringing down our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS boudoir low click syndrome. All right, next we're going to look at the creative. All right, so this is the looks like an ad mistake. So the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe our boudoir Facebook ads should look like ads because we've seen other Facebook ads that look like ads. Basically every other Facebook ad we've seen looks like an ad, and basically every other boudoir Facebook ad we've seen also looks like an ad. So the consequence of this is way, way, way more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ads than necessary. Dragging our unique CTRL under 6% and contributing to BLCS. Finally, we're going to look at the boudoir low clicks, or the Seymour headline here. First 2 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile newsfeed. Looking for women who want to feel powerful and confident. Bay Area, Northern California. All right, so yeah, we got a little bit of context, but still lack of context mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we believe we put in enough time and enough planning execution to come up with a Seymour headline that will have women stay and click somewhere in the ad instead of scroll on by. But the consequence of this, making this mistake, is way more women actually going to scroll by our boudoir Facebook ad, not click in, going to waste that impression, bringing our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. So, do I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS, with a unique CTRL under 6%? Yes, I do. So, if you're a BLCA, a Boudoir low click advertiser with BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, your unique CTRL of your Boudoir Facebook ads is under 6%, and you want to eliminate, 5K wasted spend. So if you're spending more than 10 grand a month, you want to eliminate 5K wasted spend, put it back in your pocket, not have to waste it, and have like kind of a approximately 60K bonus in the next 12 months. They no longer have to, or that kind of you get residually, and you're looking for a place to pull profit out of your business. So you've decided that now is the time to do it for your Facebook ads. Then, well, since you're looking around, you're seeing the market become more and more saturated. Seems like whenever anyone gets a new cell phone, there's a new Google My Business profile saying they offer Boudoir. And seems like when everyone gets a new camera, there's more offerings in the mom groups for Boudoir sessions. So you see the market's getting more and more saturated over time, and that's never going to stop. And you see, inflation still going up for everyone. So for a living, so you want to pull more, more profit out of the business, and you want to achieve pre-click alignment, become a dominant Boudoir advertiser, and achieve Boudoir brain entry boost, so you can, be on your way to become the #1 Boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM when I open for new patient intake. Right now, my new patient intake is closed, but when it does open up, shoot me a DM, and we will see if you qualify.